Hi, welcome to Wetpixel Live. My name is Adam Hanlon, and I'm joined today by our regular contributor, Alex Mustard. Hi, Alex, who
Hi,
seems
Adam.
to
Good
who
to see you.
seems to
Good to
be
see
under
you.
the sea today.
Yeah. Well, I finally realised that easier than tidying up my office is actually just to put myself on a green screen.
Fantastic.
So yeah, hiding a multitude of sins behind me with an underwater picture.
If we turned the lights off, we'd have a perfect sunball.
Yeah.
Silhouetted Alex. So actually, what we thought we'd talk about today, sorry, we're digressing a little bit, is that BiteBack, which is a UK charity, has released its 2021 calendar. Alex has shown it to us. So I thought, well, let's talk about the calendar first of all. Alex, tell us about the BiteBack calendar. It's a bit of a tradition, isn't it? So
Yeah, it's been running for a long time now. Certainly the first one that I've got with me is a 2008 one, and I've got a big wodge of them here of all the years in between. And BiteBack are a British-based shark conservation charity, and I really like them because they do the hard yards. They're not afraid to get in people's noses, make themselves a bit of a pain to people who are persecuting sharks.
Yeah.
And they kind of do the work that those of us who, perhaps aren't so brave would love to be doing, but don't do. And I really like supporting them because they really do try and make a difference on the ground. They follow up on lots of issues related to sharks, whether it's how sharks are portrayed in the media or very direct action against restaurants selling shark fin soups. Not aggressive, but, going there, explaining to them the situation, writing to them, keeping the pressure on them, highlighting them so that, people change their ways. And the same with supermarkets and things.
Yeah.
And Graham Buckingham and his team at BiteBack have been doing a lot of fantastic work on the ground. It's a lot of us, we go, oh yeah, I love conservation, and I'm going to talk to all my friends who also love conservation about it. What I love about BiteBack is they go and talk to the people who maybe don't want to hear these messages or aren't normally engaged with them and engage with them.
Yeah.
So I've always been a big supporter, and I've supported this calendar, which they do each year, I think since its inception. And so BiteBack, their website is bite-back.com. Sell this charity calendar.
We'll put it in the links.
Yeah. They sell this charity calendar every year, and every year they approach a diverse collection of underwater photographers to supply a monthly image. And this year it's got a picture of mine on the cover that they chose, but my picture inside is, I actually don't know, is here in October, and it's a picture of a shark as part of a reef ecosystem. And each year the photographers are invited not just to submit a picture, but also to submit a message to go along with those pictures. So I really like that because you really hear from what the photographers think about issues. In this one, I'm talking about how important sharks are for healthy ecosystems, and you can read that. I think you get a handle for these quite well, actually, if you read through the list of contributors. So the 2021 one has got me, Christian Vizel, Mexican photographer, Doug Perrine, George Prost, Jason Isley, Sean Heinrichs, Amanda Cotton, David Dublé, Ellen Kuyertz, Greg Lecoeur, Laura Storm, Tanya Hoopermans. So, a really nice mix, boys and girls in there, people who really care about these issues, providing their images for free to go into this nice charity calendar that can be sold.
It's a very international group of photographers as well, isn't it?
And that's been the case since the first one. I'm saying I'll go back to the 2008 one and see who's in that one, if I can find it. So me, Brian Scarry, Chris Fallows, David Dublé, David Fleet, Doug Perrine, James Honeyborn, Jeff Rotman, Kitty Jempson, Michael Orr, Norbert Wu, Tim Leman. So, it's, been big hitters, all the way through, and quite a lot of people have continued supporting it through all the years. And I know you've been in it at times as well, and lots of our friends and things. So they're a really nice collection over time. But it's also something, so I just kind of wanted to highlight that it exists and that people can get it and support what they do through this and get something for it. So do check it out.
I think one of the things that Alex mentioned I really like about BiteBack is this idea of so on their website you can actually they select groups of fish that are not being fished in sustainable ways, and you can quite simply go on there and click on a button, and it tweets the major, this is UK supermarkets, suggesting that you're against them stocking these fish because of the sustainability issues around these fish. And that's a really good way of encouraging. It's a very easy way for people to be engaged, and a very good way of encouraging. It's direct action. It's you're lobbying supermarkets to basically rethink how they and what species of fish they stock, and to try and encourage them to think sustainably. And that's I think that's an incredibly powerful conservation tool. It really is something going out and taking that out to people, rather than being something that, as you mentioned earlier, Alex, that is somewhat separate from the mainstream. It's right in the mainstream. It's easy to do.
Yeah, absolutely. And although they're UK based, you can order this, and it is a very UK biased charity. They do work on campaigns worldwide. I think a lot of their direct sort of action stuff is more within the UK. But yeah, it is something that they do. Obviously these are global issues, and so working towards that. So yeah, I really enjoy supporting them, and I particularly like the work that they do. They really do. You can walk past a restaurant and see it selling shark fin soup or something like that, and the number of times I've gone, oh, that's awful, but never done anything about it. Yeah. And BiteBack are the guys who go in there, talk to the restaurant owners, explain the situation. Yeah. And try and get them to change their mind, and I think that's what's great about it.
I remember at Dima, and this is a few years ago in Vegas, the hotel that we were all staying in had a Chinese restaurant or an Asian restaurant associated with it, and it was selling shark fin soup, and this was at Dima, and Jim Abernethy and Sean Heinrichs, two names that you mentioned today already. Yeah. We actually led a sort of walk out, and then we all walked in there, sat down, and then walked out. And in process of the fact they were selling shark fin soup. So, but that was the Dima Hotel, and actually on the back of that, I think actually that it was part of the Hilton at that point, and the Hilton then issued a statement actually saying they would no longer allow the people within their hotel to sell shark fin soup. So you can get really positive results from. You can get very positive results from grassroots action. It can work very well. Yeah.
I think just quickly, I'll show on the camera, so not very clearly, some of the pictures. This is Sean Heinrich's picture. They encourage us, as when you're submitting pictures to this, it is a marine calendar, not just a sharks calendar. And they don't want it always to be 12 pictures of sharks every year. They're all for healthy oceans and marine conservation in general. So while a lot of us put shark pictures in, we try and vary it around each time. So that's Sean's picture at the beginning. That's David Duboulet's picture, which is not going very well with my green screen. So you're going to have to buy the calendar to see that one. It's a beluga on green water. And obviously my green screen background, it munches the water off. So it's a beluga swimming in lovely tropical sea.
Oh, you can it looks kind of like it's swimming through, sort of almost a 3D effect, Alex.
Yeah, so I'm going to have to tidy my office, I think, unfortunately. That's Tanya's photo. Greg LeCoeur's photo. The blues are okay. I think we're safe now. That's Brian's photo. It's hard to get them on frame. Shanik. Amanda's picture of dolphins, a bit green, her water. So pretty much show that one.
That Bahamian water.
Picture from Tiger Beach.
Yeah.
And Christian's picture of humpbacks. So a good variety of stuff. I'm not going to show them all because obviously we want you to buy the calendar and enjoy it. But that gives you a little flavour for the sorts of pictures that are in there.
Yeah. So not only are you getting a wonderful shark or a wonderful marine picture every month for 2021, but you're also supporting a very good charity. So please go out and buy a copy of the calendar. Alex and I celebrated a bit of a birthday earlier this week, which we thought we'd mention briefly. So Wetpixel Live turned 100. We sort of missed it because we slept a bit, but I
think we're never quite sure what episode we were doing until it go up. That was the 100th one. Yeah.
Well, it's tough when you're having fun to kind of keep track of what's going on. But yeah, we definitely turned 100. It's official. So as a part of that, we decided that we've been asked by a few people, and that we also would offer the episodes available as a download, which is it's a purchasable download. And really the goal here was that if you are in a place where you don't have a reasonable internet connection, you're away on a trip, on a liveaboard, for example, you can obviously purchase the download, put them on your device, and then obviously get the episodes while you're out in the field,
the
wherever you are.
specific one that I was asked about was someone saying, the time they really want to watch or catch up with them all is when they're on a flight going away to do underwater photography, and that's the one time they can't go on YouTube and watch them for free. And so so it was just nice to give people that option to download them in bulk, so you don't have to like try and download them individually. Download them in bulk, throw a few dollars at them my way to keep Wetpixel Live alive. But it's really to provide anyone who wants them the chance to download them. But I think it's really important that I think you're probably about to say it. They will always be available for free without YouTube advertising here on YouTube.
Yeah, we have no intention of changing what we're doing. It's just another way of getting hold of them rather than replacing any of the existing channels. So Alex has lots of more wonderful shark photography on his website, which is at
amustard.com. And there's a search button at the top of that, a search field. If you type shark into that, you'll see loads of shark pictures from my catalogue. I do a lot of shark photography, so always enjoy seeing them.
We'll add the link to BiteBack and to the calendar in the description and comments for this video as well, if you're interested in that. So thank you, Alex. Lovely to see you as always. I'd like to thank our sponsor for this episode, which is Aquatica. Please feel free to add any comments to the comment section and drop us a like if you enjoyed it. Thank you very much. I look forward to seeing you again soon.